Johnny Fontana, Real World NF Scorpio, back with another video. I want to talk about developing your cognitive functions for functionality. Okay, I mentioned it before in my other video, but it's important because I see too often that we have a tendency of trying to justify ourselves. And I get it, I know where it comes from. But there comes a point in time where it's like, okay, I'm an INFJ, or I'm whatever personality type you are, and from there you need to recognize your abilities, right, and what you bring to the table. But it needs to be in a way that is geared towards functioning with and around society. Okay. This whole idea of gearing and developing your functions in order to compare to other folks and your partners and so forth and so on is limiting, okay? Because then you only limit yourself to that interaction with that other particular type, whether it be your significant other, your parent, your sibling, your friend, co-worker, and so forth and so on. So what you need to do is you need to develop your functions according to functionality. Think functional, all else will follow. Okay? Think functional, all else will follow. This is not personal development. I'm not trying to, I'm not teaching you self-help. This is not about that. I'm just saying this is based on all my research, what I've been noticing, the trends that I've been seeing, that a lot of people on YouTube, when they give this information, it's everything about, let's go down the chart, let's see where we are. J, okay, now you know your real INFJ. Let's go down the chart here. Okay, INFP, versus INFJ. How do you, and even when people are providing information on the INFJ type, it's like, okay, let's see how we develop the extroverted sentient. Well, when I was with my ISTP and then this, and I couldn't do this, and when I went shopping, and I'm like, I get it, but that's all inwardly processing stuff. You need to process it outward so that you can function in life, because you need to be able to interact with people beyond your spouse, your significant other, your children. You need to be out in the real world, and that's what's limiting a lot of people, because when you go online, it's just filled with people talking about, how do I cope with life? How do I use my function to this? How do I get out of this loop? Well, because you're not functioning in a way that projects outwardly. You're projecting everything inwardly, and you're only discussing and thinking about things that pertain to you and your immediate spaces. You need to venture out, and I cannot tell you, I cannot sit here and give you a chart, because most people, that's what they want. They want me to chart everything, and that's why it's easy for the other YouTubers, because everything can be charted down, right? It's like, okay, here's, we're going to go down the chart flow. You use this, you use that, you use this, you use that. It's not about that. It's basically you getting out there and you're exposing yourself. Okay, whatever endeavors that you are a part of, you need to get involved in that, develop these functions, right? So we'll be doing series of how to develop different functions. So I made one previously as far as the SE. What is SE? You need to be around other people. You need to be understanding energies of the room, of the environment, because again, when you read body language, when you feel certain things, okay, when you feel the emotions, it's not through osmosis. If you were behind a closed door, you wouldn't know how people in the room are feeling. It's not until you come inside that you start to see, okay, this is what the person's feeling. And then people now start making twerky noises again, because we're people, so therefore we will notice these things. Not only do we notice these things, but then we convert it to the FE, which I'll make a video again on how to develop the FE. But again, it's not through FE alone, it's through your SE, which is your sensing, your external sensing. You see something there, you see someone feeling a certain way, and then from there you now convert it to your FE and you properly apply it. But again, it's through your SI as well, because you have to be able to know how to apply it, because some people are going to be depending on who they are, they're going to be responsive or receptive to it. Certain people will not be receptive to that approach. But again, they may be receptive to one approach today and be receptive to another approach another day. But again, based on your SC, you'll be able to know, because you would have internalized it, and through your intuition, you can make those assumptions, okay? Because you've gathered that information before during different experiences, and you say, okay, well, he was doing this and this disconnected to that, so then therefore I'm going to apply and engage this FE, and sort of, I'm going to convert it this way. So when it's like you have your SC and it converts to FE, right? But they're different lanes. So when you see something here, it's like, okay, I'm going to convert it here, up this level, okay, with high intensity. When I see something here, I'm going to convert it with low intensity, which means that, certain people may be receptive. And now, here's the thing. Sometimes we cross and we rewire our conversions, right? So sometimes I think I'll make let me stop. I'll make a video on that, on how to engage your conversions. Keep this video short. Johnny Fontana, Real World NF Scorpio, we out.